Hello everyone, welcome back. In last class, we discussed about shear force and bending moment calculations for a cantilever beam. In this class, let us discuss about the same shear force and bending moment calculations and as well as shear force and bending moment diagrams for a simply supported beam. So, when a simply supported beam subjected to various loading conditions like concentrated load, uniformly distributed load, uniformly varying load, and a couple. So, all these combinations together we will solve in this class. Let us see one by one cases, which is a point load, a uniformly distributed load, and a uniformly varying load, and a couple. At first, if we see a simply supported beam, it is a simple beam supported at its both ends with simple supports, probably a pinned support and a roller support at its ends. So, if we see this simply supported beam when subjected to different loads, how the internal stresses and strains are produced in the beam and as well as how this shear force and bending moment are developed in the beam are going to be calculated here. So let us see the first case. First case is shear force diagram and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam with a point load at its center. For this, let us consider a simply supported beam which is shown here. I am taking this beam as AB and it is of length L. It is subjected to a concentrated load of intensity W at its center. Now we are going to calculate the shear force and bending moment at each section, and then we are going to develop a shear force diagram and a bending moment diagram for this beam. So let us see the free body diagram of the beam first. If I consider this free body diagram of the beam AB, then due to this load W, which is the external force acting on the beam, an internal resistance is offered in the beam. Whereas to keep the beam in equilibrium, an opposite reaction force is acting at the supports. So here the load is acting here as W. It will be distributed equally at both the supports, that is reaction at A and reaction at B as W by 2 and W by 2. So if we see it, it will be like this. So by considering the body is in equilibrium, we found the reaction forces for the external loads. Now we need to calculate the values of shear force and bending moment. So let us take this figure. For shear force diagram, we have to calculate the shear force at the sections. So let us consider a cross section XX from right hand side. Now I am taking this cross section XX at this right hand side, which is at point B or which is at support B. I am making it like ABC. Now if I draw the baseline AB, the shear force at the section B, which is just left to B, will be equal to FB, which is equal to W by 2 on right hand side. So here for sign convention, I am taking the sign conventions for shear force diagram. Like on right hand side, upward RUN is negative and downward is positive. So here at B, the reaction force W by 2 is acting upward in the right side direction. So it is negative. So FB will be equal to minus W by 2. Let's draw this minus W by 2 below the baseline. So here it will come like B minus W by 2 below baseline. Then from B to C, there are no loads or vertical loads acting on the member. So the shear force from B to C will go on continuous or a straight line. So it will continue like this as a horizontal line to the baseline. Then immediately left side of C, if we move the section, the shear force may vary here. So let us calculate the shear force at C, that is FC, which is immediate left. Now on right hand side, if we come from right end, we are having W by 2 force which is acting upwards, that is minus W by 2, and here we are having W force which is external load acting downwards, that will be equal to plus W. So we will having W by 2, which means at C point the shear force due to this concentric load or point load, it suddenly increases from minus W by 2 to plus W by 2. So it will be W by 2 positive here. Then again from C to A, there are no forces or no external loads acting on the member. So the shear force diagram will continue like a straight line. Then at immediate left of A, again we are having on right side W by 2 support reaction. So F at A, shear force at A, which is the immediate left, we are having minus W by 2 which is at B, far right end, plus W that is acting downwards, so positive at C, and minus W by 2 which is acting at A. So it will lead to 0. So shear force will become 0 again at A. So this is the shear force diagram. So if you represent, it will be like this. So here it is negative shear force and on left side it is positive shear force. Then if we go for a bending moment diagram, again I am considering the section XX. Okay, from right hand side I am considering. Now first let us write the sign convention for bending moment. So when we are considering from right hand side, sign convention will be like, if it is sagging, means anti-clockwise movement is acting, then it is positive. Or if it is hogging, which means a clockwise movement is acting on right side, then it is negative. So keeping this sign convention in mind, now let us calculate the bending moment in this case. So here we know one point, like at both the ends or both the supports of a simply supported beam, bending moment will be equal to 0. So MB, which is at right end or right support, MB equal to 0. So if I draw the baseline, A, B points, bending moment is always 0. Then I am taking the section somewhere in between B and C, which is at a distance of X from B. Now I want to calculate bending moment at this section XX. So I am taking it as mx, which will be equal to, from right hand side, W by 2 force is acting. W by 2 is the force and it is acting at a distance of x, which will be equal to W by 2 into x. And moreover, this force W by 2 is creating an anti-clockwise movement. If we see this, it will create a anti-clockwise movement like this at point xx. So this is positive according to sign convention. So this is the general equation for bending moment at any section between B and C. So this is in the form of x, which is following linear path. So the curve is a straight line. The bending moment path is a straight line. So if we continue up to the point C, we will have bending moment at C will be equal to plus W by 2 into X will be equal to L by 2. So that is L by 2. we are having MC as WL by 4. So if we draw bending moment diagram, it will go from 0 to WL by 4 as a straight line, which is at C. Then I am going to take another section which is in between C and A. So this time I am considering this section XX is at a distance of X from B. Now I want to calculate again bending moment at this section MX. So considering from right end, we are having W by 2, which is again creating anti-clockwise movement. So it is a positive W by 2 into X. And now we are having one more additional, that is W on right side, and it is creating a clockwise movement. So it is minus W into its distance is, this is L by 2 and the total distance is X. So I am taking it like X minus L by 2. So this is the equation for bending moment at any section in any section between C to A. So with this I am going to check whether the bending moment at A is 0 or not. So I am taking MA, that will be equal to plus W by 2 into X. See, if I take the section at A, the X length will become L. So X will be equal to L minus W into L minus L by 2. So which will be equal to WL by 2 minus WL by 2, that is equal to 0. So from WL by 4, again the bending moment will come in a straight line path to A as 0. This is the bending moment diagram. If you simplify it, it will look like this. So maximum bending moment value will be equal to WL by 4, which is at the center point where shear force is going to become 0 and suddenly spikes up. If you see the figure of complete shear force and bending moment diagram with reactions, it will be like this. So here the point where the W is acting, at the point suddenly shear force changes from negative to positive, so it crosses 0, and at the same point we are having WL by 4 maximum bending moment. So this is for case 1A, and again we are having one more case in case 1 itself. See, shear force and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam when point load is acted at anywhere on the span. So here I am taking the same simply supported beam. Now it is subjected to a point load W. It is not exactly at the center, it is somewhere else. So here I am considered like A, from end A I am taking it like A and B. So from end A or support A, point load is at a distance of A, and from point B or end B, it is at a distance of B. Now we are going to find the reaction forces at A and B. So here I am taking the free body diagram, and now I am considering the reaction forces at A and B. To find the reaction forces, now I am using the equilibrium equation where summation of the moments will be equal to 0. So first I am considering moments at A. At A, RB will cause moment which is at a distance of L, and at A, W will cause moment and it is at a distance of small a. So RB into L will create a anti-clockwise movement. Anti-clockwise movement on A. So it is positive, and W is causing a clockwise movement. So it is negative, which will be equal to 0. So we will get RB like W into A by L. So RB value will be equal to W into A by L. And at the same case, I am going to consider moments at B. So moments at B, RA will create a clockwise movement. From left hand side it is creating, so it is plus RA into L, and again this W is creating a anti-clockwise movement on B. So from left hand side it is negative W into distance B will be equal to 0, which will give RA equal to W into B by L. So RA will be equal to W into B by L. So in simplified form we will have like this. Now we are going to draw the shear force and bending moment diagrams for this. So if we see this figure, it will represent the same case 1 figure where the length is L and it is located at exactly center L by 2 and L by 2. But in this case we are having A and B distances. So if we draw the shear force and bending moment diagrams, it will come like this shear force diagram, which is equal to WAL, WA by L and WB by L and its ends. And bending moment diagram will have maximum bending moment value as WAB by L. So this is for case 1. Now let us see the case 2. Here case 2 is like shear force and bending moment for a simply supported beam subjected to uniformly distributed load over the entire span. So here I am considering the same simply supported beam AB subjected to an uniformly distributed load of W Newton per meter over the span L. So now we are going to find the reaction forces first. So for that I have considered the free body diagram. From this now I am going to calculate the total load. The load is having intensity of W Newton per meter. So total load will be equal to W Newton per meter into the total length, that is L. So total load is WL newtons. Now this WL newtons is equally distributed over the supports as WL by 2 and WL by 2. So support reactions will be equal to WL by 2, RA and RB. Now with the support reactions and external loading, we are going to find shear force and bending moment diagram for this beam. First I am considering the cross section XX. For shear force calculations I am considering this section XX just beside the point or end B. So here we are having WL by 2 is acting upwards. So from shear force conventions we can take upward force as negative and downward force as a positive. So WL by 2, if we take the baseline, on baseline WL by 2 is acting in negative direction at P. So FB is the shear force at P will be equal to minus WL by 2. So I can write or draw like this, that is WL by 2. Then if I consider any section between AB which is at a distance of X, to get the generalized equation I am going to calculate shear force at X, which will be equal to minus WL by 2, that is from right hand support reaction at B, and we are having W Newton per meter load. So W Newton per meter load is acting downwards, which is equal to plus W into X is the distance. So if we see this generalized equation, it is in the form of X. which is a linear variable. So it follows the path of straight line. Then if I use this fx and if you go till a, then at a fx will become fa and x distance will become l. So I'll get minus wl by 2 plus w into l, where we will have w l by 2 positive. So if we draw the figure, the shear force diagram will come like this. Somewhere in between A to B, shear force has become 0. So to find that value, I am making fx equal to 0. So I can get the length of shear force from B where shear force is going to become 0. So fx equal to 0, which is minus wl by 2 plus wx will be equal to 0. So from this we will get x equal to l by 2. So at a distance of x which is equal to l by 2 from B, shear force is going to become 0. Then from here positive shear force happened and it came to wl by 2 here. So if I consider immediate left of A, then this wl by 2 reaction support will got cancelled and it become 0. So this is the shear force diagram for a beam subjected to UDL over the entire span. It will look like this. Then for bending moment diagram, again I am considering this beam AB and cross section I am taking it here on baseline AB. We can simply mention for simply supported beam A and B bending moment is equal to 0. So then I am going for a cross section which is at a distance of x from B, in between A and B. So I am going to calculate bending moment at this cross section. Mx equal to load wl by 2 is acting at a distance of x. For sign convention, I am taking right hogging is negative and sagging is positive. So this wl by 2 is creating an anti-clockwise movement. So it is positive. Then the entire load W Newton per meter is acting at its centroid as a W into x, which is at a distance of x by 2. So this load is acting downwards and creating clockwise movement, which is negative. So W into x into lever arm distance x by 2. So we will get mx equal to WLX by 2 minus WX square by 2. So this equation is in the form of x square, like a quadratic equation. So here we will get a parabolic curve. So we are having 0 at B and 0 at A. So in parabolic path, using this equation mx equal to WLX by 2 minus WX square by 2, bending moment will vary. The bending moment will be like this. And here we are having peak bending moment. So this peak bending moment will occur at point where shear force is equal to 0. So for maximum bending moment, we need to take shear force equal to 0 point where x equal to L by 2. So maximum bending moment Mmax equal to, in place of x I am writing L by 2, that is W L into L by 2 minus W L by 2 whole square by 2. So we'll get W L square by 8. So we will have maximum bending moment value as W L square by 8. So in a figure we will get like this. So this is the maximum value of bending moment and bending moment diagram, and it is the simplified shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So here the path of shear force is a straight line and the path of bending moment is a parabolic curve. This parabolic curve. So this is the case 2, and then next see case 3, that is the shear force and bending moment for a simply supported beam subjected to UVL over the entire span. So here I am taking the same simply supported beam AB, which is of length L, subjected to uniformly varying load of intensity 0 at end B and intensity W at end A. So first let us take the free body diagram of beam AB, which is subjected to uniformly varying load of intensity 0 at B and W at A. Now to find the reaction forces acting at A and B, I am going to take the equilibrium equations, which is summation of the moments will be equal to 0. So sum of the moments at A I am taking, which is RB into L, which is creating an anti-clockwise on right hand side, so it is positive, and the total load which is acting at 1/3 distance, that is L by 3 and 2L by 3, this is equal to half into base L into W, that will be WL by 2. The total load WL by 2 is acting here, so WL by 2 into L by 3, and this load is creating a clockwise movement, which is a negative, will be equal to 0. So we will get RB equal to WL by 6. So RB value will be equal to WL by 6. At the same time I am going to find the moments around B, which is equal to RA into L, and it is creating a clockwise movement from left hand side, so again it is positive, and WL by 2 is creating anti-clockwise movement from left hand side, so minus WL by 2 into 2L by 3, which is equal to 0. So we will get RA value as WL by 3 equal to WL by 3. So we will get these values WL by 3 and WL by 6 at RA and RB. Now we are going to find the shear force diagram. So for that I am considering the section XX. Okay. Now I am taking the baseline AB to draw this shear force diagram. First I am moving the section just left to the B. Just left to B I moved the section, and here we are having WL by 6 value, and from sign conventions again I am writing here, from sign conventions right upward is negative and right downward is positive. So this is acting upwards, right side upward, so minus WL by 6. I am having W minus WL by 6, that is below the baseline. Then I am going somewhere in between A and B. I am taking the section in between A and B. I want to create a generalized equation here. So shear force at section XX, that will be equal to WL by 6. This is acting upward, so minus WL by 6, and the small area of the triangle where base is x and height we can find it from interpolation like w minus 0 by L into x. This is the height. So area of the triangle half into base x into height wx by L. This is the total force and it is acting downward. So it is positive in nature. So we'll get Fx as minus WL by 6 plus W x square by 2L. So this equation is in the form of x square. So the shear force variation will be in the form of parabolic curve. So with this, now I am directly going to A and I want to calculate the value of shear force at A. That is equals to minus WL by 6 plus W x will become L square by 2L. That will be equal to WL by 6 plus WL by 2, which is equal to WL by 3. So if we draw this shear force diagram, it will be like this. So again at A, if we take immediate left, this WL by 3 got cancelled and it become 0. So here at one point the shear force has become 0. So now we need to find this shear force where the point is 0. So for that one I am taking Fx. Fx will be equal to 0. From that I will get the value of x, which is equal to minus WL by 6 plus Wx square by 2L equal to 0, which gives Wx square by 2L equal to WL by 6, where x square equal to L square by 3. So from this we will get the value of x equal to L by root 3. So at a distance of x, that x equal to L by root 3 from B, the shear force value is going to become 0 here. So this is the simplified shear force diagram. Now for bending moment diagram, again I am considering the section XX and I am drawing the baseline AB. We know A and B bending moment are 0. Then I am going directly to a section in between A and B, which is at a distance of x from B. Now I am going to calculate the bending moment at xx for generalized equation. That will be equal to WL by 6 into x. From bending moment sign convention, if it is hogging, negative, and if it is sagging, positive. So this my WL by 6 is creating an anti-clockwise, which is sagging, so positive, and the area, so which is here, creating a clockwise, that is negative half into x into Wx by L, and it is acting at a distance of x by 3. It will be equal to x by 3. So mx will be equal to WL by 6 into x minus W x cube by 6L. This equation is in the form of x cube. So the bending moment will follow a cubic parabola path. So from this general equation, now I am going to find the bending moment at A. Whether it is coming to 0 or not, I want to verify. So at A, x will be equal to L. So W L by 6 into L minus W L cube by 6L, where we got W L square by 6 minus W L square by 6, that will be equal to 0. So the bending moment path will be like this. So here somewhere bending moment is maximum. So we need to find the value of maximum bending moment. For that I am taking the x length which I got it from 0 shear force, that is equal to L by root 3, where at this point L by root 3 shear force is equal to 0. So from that we will get maximum bending moment. So M max bending moment will be equal to, I am placing this value of L by root 3 in this equation. Mx equal to WLx by 6 minus Wx cube by 6L. So W into L into x place I am placing into L by root 3 by 6 minus W into L by root 3 whole cube by 6L. So after simplification we will get W L square by 9 root 3. So this is the value of maximum bending moment at this point. So this is the bending moment diagram. If you see all together, this is the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So here the shear force diagram curve is parabolic in nature, and bending moment diagram curve is in cubic parabolic path. So this is for case 3. And then we are having one more case where shear force and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam when subjected to couple. So here I am taking the same AB beam which is simply supported in nature of length L is subjected to a couple. Okay, considering a point C, a couple is acting at a rate of W Newton meter. So now we need to draw shear force and bending moment diagrams for this couple. Generally, couple is a special kind of case where there are no vertical or normal forces acting on the beam. So we are not having any shear force, but this couple will create reaction forces in the supports. So we will take that reactions at supports for shear force, and couple will carry bending moment. Whenever there is an action of couple, then the bending moment diagram will suddenly drop or raise at that point. Like when a shear force diagram, if we are drawing, due to the point load, it will raise or drop suddenly shear force. Likewise, whenever there is an action of couple, the bending moment diagram will raise or fall suddenly. Now let us see. Here I am taking the free body diagram of AB. And then I am having this couple force acting here, acting in this direction. So due to this action, since it is acting downwards, an opposite reaction force will act here at RB. And at the same time, since from this side it is acting in upward direction, couple moment, and opposite reaction will happen here at RA, which is in downward direction. So to calculate this upward and downward reactions, we need to take moments. Okay, sigma moments at A will be equal to 0. So that is RB into length L, which is creating anti-clockwise. So right hand side anti-clockwise is positive, and this moment at C, that is equal to W, is creating clockwise. So it is negative in nature, will be equal to 0. So from this we will get RB value equal to W by L. So it is equal to W by L. At the same time, if we calculate summation of the moments at B equal to 0, we'll have RA into L. It is creating clockwise, so it is positive, and minus W equal to 0, which is equal to RA as W by L. So these two are the reactions at supports due to this movement or couple. So if we want to draw shear force and bending moment diagrams for this one, first I am considering the baseline for shear force diagram. AB I am taking. So from right I am considering, if I consider here the cross section XX, I am having W by L, which is acting upwards on right hand side. So it is a negative value, right? So I am having W by L negative. Then from here B to A, there are no normal forces or vertical forces acting on the beam. So it will go on continue as a horizontal line to the baseline. Then here a W by L acting downward direction. So it is becoming positive on right hand side. So it is going to become 0. So this is the shear force diagram for the beam, a simply supported beam subjected to couple. And in the same way, if we consider for bending moment diagram, I am taking the consideration A and B points, bending moment is 0 since it is a simply supported beam. Then I am taking a cross section XX, which is at a distance of X from B. Now I want to find bending moment at this section. So MX will be equal to W by L into X. W by L into X, and it is creating a anti-clockwise movement. So it is positive. So with this, we can say like bending moment variation is in linear path or a straight line path. So it will continue up to this point C. Bending moment will continue like this. Then at this point C, if we consider this section MC, immediate left, at C immediate left, if I consider, we are having W by L into X will become L by 2. Then this clockwise movement on right side, clockwise movement is acting, means it is hogging. So I can take it like minus W. So here we will be having W by 2 minus W, which will be equal to minus W by 2. So it will drop like this. Then again from C, it will go on continuing as a straight line and it will reach 0 at A. So this is the bending moment diagram when couple is acting. So we need to observe here, whenever there is an action of couple on the beam, bending moment will suddenly drop or suddenly raise at that point. Like whenever there is a concentrated load on beam, then there is a sudden drop or sudden increase in shear force. Likewise, whenever there is a moment or couple acting on the beam, there is a sudden drop or sudden rise in bending moment diagram. So this is for case 4. So that's all for shear force and bending moment diagrams for a simply supported beam subjected to 4 different kinds of loadings. We will see some practical problems on these loadings and combinations for simply supported beams in next classes. Thank you. See you next class.